Hi friends, it's Rabbi Briskin with a thought for Shabbat. Today, March 17th, also known as the 14th of Adar, is Purim, hence the silly hat. Last night, during a discussion about the book of Esther, I shared that this is the only book within the entire Hebrew Bible that does not mention God. Now this came as a surprise to some in the room. How could a book that chronicles the attempted destruction of the Jews of Shushan, yet ultimately results in the redemption and the vanquishing of their enemies, not mention God? After all, isn't God present and active in all of the major victories of our ancient Israelite ancestors? Didn't our ancestors become accustomed to seeing God intervene throughout the development of our people? Now, while it is unusual that God is not mentioned in the book of Esther, it does not mean that God is absent. Rather, God is hidden and in the background, working through the hands of others. And furthermore, many scholars believe that the book of Esther isn't actually history, but rather a fantasy, a fairy tale of sorts that helped to reveal the spirit of our ancient Israelite ancestors as they battled against forces that have sought to destroy them throughout our history. The book of Esther is about how this group of Jews, represented by Mordechai and Esther, used their ingenuity, bravery, and luck to defeat the oppressive forces represented by the villain Haman, who sought to destroy the Jews. God's absence from the pages of the text reveals the development of the Jewish people. The book of Esther was the last book of the Hebrew Bible to be written, and its date, around the 5th or 4th century before the Common Era, is long after God's hand guided the Israelites to the Promised Land. As Rabbi Nina Beth Carden suggests, quote, Purim is a holiday of theological growth that is designed to wean the Jews from the reliance on the commanding God of the Exodus. Purim teaches that God will no longer intervene for us and save us, at least not obviously and supernaturally, like by splitting the sea. Purim teaches how Jews will survive in the diaspora. God is hidden but not distant, silent but not inactive. God will work through us in our daily lives, and any one of us can become the instrument of God. We often ask, where is God during times of difficulty and hardship? The book of Esther teaches us that God is not absent, but rather hidden and silent. God works instead through the hands of humans rather than supernatural miracles. Terrible things may still happen, but God is there to help lead those whose courage and strength inspire them to put themselves oftentimes in harm's way to help make a difference in the lives of others. God may not be able to prevent a tragedy, but God can help people respond to the tragedy with courage and strength. We may not always see the face of God. However, I pray that we may be open to feeling God's hidden and silent presence within each one of us as we develop the fortitude and determination to be forces for good and forces for life. Chag Purim Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.